about Python, which will be in chapter 1, Introduction to Python. Okay, so what is Python? Python actually a popular programming language that was created by Guido for over 20 years ago, and it was released in 1991. So people actually use Python to create something great, something useful. For example, people use Python for automation, artificial intelligence, or machine learning, and then Python are also used in data analysis, web application, desktop application, or mobile application, for example Instagram and Dropbox. Not only that, Python also used amongst the software engineers, mathematicians, data analysts, scientists, accountants, networking engineers. And not only that, Pythons are even used by kids, because Python actually are very friendly and easy for beginner. And then people from different discipline or industry use Python for variety of different tasks, such as data analysis and visualization, AI, and machine learning. Okay, so what can Python do? Python can be used on a server to create web application, for example YouTube, and then people can be used alongside software to create workflows, and then Python can connect to database system. It can also read and modify files. For example, you want to copy or edit or rename files, but for now but you have to do it in manual way. But in Python, you can write just a few lines to perform the process of copying files, renaming files, or editing files automatically. And then Python can also be used to handle big data and perform complex mathematics. And then the last one is Python can be used for rapid prototyping or production ready software development. So why people use Python, or why Python is the world's fastest growing programming language? And then what are the reasons? Okay, actually Python can be built and run in different platforms, for example Windows, Mac, Linux, Raspberry Pi, and etc. Because Python also can be the high level language, because you don't have to worry about the complex tasks such as memory management like C++, because it can work on different platforms. And then Python has simpler syntax similar to English language. Python has syntax that allows developers to write programs with fewer lines than some other programming language. For example, you want to if you have this word or this ayat lah kan, hello world, and then you want to extract the first three huruf, which HEL. You want to extract this HEL. Okay, this is how we do in C#, and then this is how we do in JavaScript. You can see this one, and then this is how we do in Python. Okay, You can see how short and clean if we do in Python. Okay, next, Python runs on an interpreter system, meaning that code can be executed as soon as it is written. This means that prototyping can be very quick. Python can also be treated in procedural way, an object-oriented way, or functional way. Functional way. Okay, actually, Python also has been used in a huge community. For example, if you get stuck on your project, you can simply ask you can simply ask a question and there will be someone yang akan tolong. Okay, and then we will be for the project we are using Python, and I will explain how you can download and install Python later. Okay, so Python syntax compared to other programming languages. Python was designed for readability, and it also have similarities to English language with influence from mathematics. Okay, Python use new lines to complete a command as opposed to other programming language which often use semicolons or parentheses. Python relies on indentation and using white space to define scope. For example, the scope of loops, function, and classes. Okay. Okay. So I will give this manual on how to set up or download Python. Okay, actually you can do Python. You can first download the Anaconda. Then in this manual, you can it also shows on how to create the environment, how to and then how to install the libraries, and then you can also if you are having problem with downloading or installing the Python, you can also use Google Colab. In this Google Colab, you don't have to install any libraries, any Anaconda or any Jupyter ke apa ke, tak perlu install because it works just as same as Jupyter. Then kalau ada masalah boleh pakai yang ni je, Colab Research, Google Colab lah. Okay, and then so this is the example of our first Python syntax. So we have our syntax. Okay, the first syntax is welcome to Python programming. Okay, I delete this first. Then now I will run the first syntax. Okay, let's see. Okay, sorry, we have syntax. So sekarang kita nak print the first syntax ni lah. So what will be the output? So this is the output. Output dia akan display benda yang sama dalam yang ni. Okay, so this is the example, and then you can also try if you are having problem with Jupyter or you cannot install Python or whatsoever, you can use this Google Colab, and it works the same as Python lah. Sorry, Jupyter. Okay, sorry. Nampak tak? Still boleh display output yang sama. Okay, and then let us try another example. If we have other syntax ke apa ke. Okay, let's try to create let's try to write something. Artificial intelligence. Okay, now we want to print this artificial intelligence, so just change this to word. Okay, now we run the code. Okay, nampak tak? Dia dah berubah. Okay, so next, kalau nak tukar balik yang atas ni, just tulis, copy from this one. There you go. Okay, if you want, let's say lah, kalau kita tersilap tulis. Okay, let's see. Okay, nampak tak ada error? So don't worry if you have error. Just check balik apa yang kita tulis. Okay, nampak tak? Yang ni tak wujud pun dalam mana-mana yang kita dah tulis. Okay, kita kena make sure sama lah. Okay. Okay, next. Boleh juga nak print dua-dua ayat. Boleh jadi this. Okay, nampak tak? Okay, so for today's class, we will stop here. And okay, not this one. Okay, so for today's class, we will end here. Okay, thank you.